In this episode of the podcast, I'm going to go right at this age-old question. Questions come up over thousands of years. What matters more? Is it what I eat or is it how much I eat? Is it content? Is it quality? Is it calories? I'm going to attack this conversation, this debate, and I'm going to shed some light, bust some myths here. Tune in, take notes. You're going to learn a ton in this short episode of the podcast. Stick around.
Welcome to the CrossFit Edwardsville Community Podcast, where we hear and learn from our coaches, CrossFitters, and Glen Ed community leaders. Now, here are your hosts, Dallas and Greg.
What is up, guys? I'm Coach G, one of the coaching team here at CrossFit Edwardsville. And if you don't know me, a little bit about me, my background, who the heck am I? I'm a Wash U educated fitness and health professional. Been in the game 21 years and been living this game for just that long as well. I've been coaching health and fitness for a long time, been living it myself. I come from a background where health and activity and fitness was not a priority growing up. My dad was morbidly obese, but I've been able to kind of crack the code and take my own body fat percentage down to as low as 3.5% at its lowest. And then I hang out around 7 to 8% body fat cruising throughout the year. So I've been able to kind of crack the code and like what can really work well in terms of shredding body fat, performing at a high level in terms of your health, your fitness, and CrossFit. I've done the things and I've seen a lot over the last 21 years. And one of the common debates that comes up is like, when you're eating healthy, what matters more? Is it what you eat or is it how much you eat? And I want to go right at this conversation today because it matters. It matters a lot. It's enormously important because when you're starting up a healthy eating journey, it's very easy to get caught up and confused in all these different conflicting stories. And is this the best diet? Is that the best diet? Is this the best approach? And in this mess of information, it's very easy to get misled. And if you're getting started, if you make a few missteps, it's very easy to become discouraged and fall off the wagon. Maybe this is your story. Maybe you've started healthy eating at one point in the past and you fell off the wagon because you had some early victories, but then you hit some real walls and had some real struggles. And I think that illuminating this topic will help you to have fewer stumbles, see better progress faster in the future, which is probably what brings you here. Like, you want to look amazing, you want to feel amazing, you want to go out there, perform at your best, live your best life, you want to have your best body, you want to be able to perform at a high level in everything, all areas of life. And healthy eating is one of those core fundamental things that you absolutely have to have if you're going to live your best life. Like, there's no two ways about it. And in fact, healthy eating can be the make or break in your success in your healthy eating journey, because it's, as the saying goes, it's very difficult or impossible to out exercise a bad diet. So maybe you're getting the gym thing right, but your diet, how you eat, your eating pattern is the thing that screws it all up for you. So you're like, why isn't my body changing faster or more dramatically? Chances are how you eat is hurting you in how you, as you approach moving towards your best body. Maybe how you eat is holding you back and in terms of having great energy. It might be impacting your ability to recover from workouts, feel your best, see all the fruit of your labors. Your success or your failure there, a lot of it comes down to, is your nutrition, is your diet dialed in and helping you and supporting you in that? So this matters a lot. And at the core, when you start eating healthy, you're probably wondering, where do I start? Should I go and eat these low-calorie snacks? Should I stop eating this, start eating this? Like, there's so many questions, right? And a lot of the questions essentially come down to, is it content or is it quality? Is it how much I eat, i.e. how many calories, or is it what I eat? The shortest answer is that both are really important. Absolutely. How many calories you intake is important, but I would posit that even more important than that is, what do you eat? Or to put it this way, especially as you're starting out, content what you eat, the foods that you choose, matter more than how much do you eat. And let me explain this. That so many people start a healthy eating journey by trying to steer toward eating lower calorie things or less of what they've already been eating. And if the foods that you're eating are not supporting you, if they do not align with what your goals are, whether to be to get shredded, to be as strong as possible, perform your best in a CrossFit competition, just be able to have amazing energy, to be present and there at your job, present and be amazing as a father or as a wife or whatever it is for you. If the foods you're eating are not supporting you in that journey, i.e., you've chosen the wrong foods, then when you take the foods that you're eating, cut it down to half of that, you've cut your calories. What you've also done is you've cut your nutrition down significantly. As what you have is you had a full tank of very crappy gas to begin with, and you take that and you cut it down to a quarter of a tank of really crappy gas. Guess what? Your engine, your car, your high performance vehicle, your body ends up performing very poorly also, because you went from a lot of crap to a little bit of crap, and now you're not just under fueled, as in not enough fuel to drive great performance, but you're also now malnourished because you weren't getting enough nutrients, vitamins, minerals, protein, the right kinds of things. You weren't getting all those things in the first place. And this is the problem, the core issue with so many people starting by trying to cut calories. It is the absolute wrong first step. So if your healthy eating journey is beginning by, hey, I'm going to try and stop eating all the things. I want to start eating these 100 calorie, highly processed, sugary snacks that I found in the middle aisles of the grocery store. You're screwed. You're screwed. What's going to happen is your body's going to mutiny against you because your body recognized, not only am I hungry now, because of my calorie content was here, now it's here. Not only am I consuming fewer calories to give me energy, but I'm also now screaming out. Your body is screaming to you, give me nourishment, give me vitamins, give me nutrients, give me minerals that I need in order to be a functioning human being with strong mental performance, strong physical performance. That is like the core issue, one of the core issues with beginning by cutting calories. You feel terrible, you perform poorly, and maybe just as big of an issue is that I believe that if your starting point with healthy eating is cutting calories, I believe that you are also creating a negative or antagonistic relationship with food, i.e., less is better. It's me versus food. The less food I can have in my life, the better off I'm going to be. And none of that is true. Food is not your enemy. Calories are not your enemy. In your healthy eating journey, it is probably not the case where it is you versus food. Chances are you need to develop a healthier relationship with food, choosing the right foods. If we use like a girlfriend or boyfriend analogy, if you start dating the wrong person, you can try and persuade yourself, I'm going to change them and I'm going to make this person to the person that's going to be the right match for me. It's just the same as saying, well, I'm just going to try and take my diet of crap and cut down the content and I'm going to make it the right diet for me. You're building a negative relationship with food by doing that. You don't want to have a hostile relationship, but rather you want to choose the foods that support you and build you up. Just like finding people that build you up, lift you up, support you, push you to be your best self in your relationships is a great idea. Same with foods. And not all foods are created equal. 100 calories of a highly processed sugary thing, tub of ice cream, is not the same in your body as 100 calories of vegetables, lean meats, whatever, right? The metabolic domino effect that happens when you consume those processed foods, those sugary foods, those fake foods that have an impossibly long list of unpronounceable ingredients. They're basically a chemical concoction that somebody in some factory engineered in order to create something that had a low calorie label. It's not real food, right? the domino effect, the metabolic effect of eating those processed sugary foods, there's a whole different series of things that happens in your body. Your body responds wholesale differently to those foods than it does if you're consuming meat and vegetables, nuts and seeds, some starch, little fruit, no sugar. All the foods over here are supporting you in your goals. All of these are hurting you in your goals. And what happens is if you consume the negative foods, the poor quality foods, the highly processed sugary foods, those foods are infinitely more likely to downstream metabolize into body fat, and they're a poorer source of energy. So if your energy is crap, you're tired, you're sluggish, you're lethargic all the time, there's a good chance the foods that you're eating, they are a part of the problem. They're not giving you the energy that you need. When your eating is dialed in, your energy is incredible. Your focus, your concentration, your energy to go out and do stuff. You wake up in the morning feeling way better, energized to go kick butt, take names, be amazing. Your workouts are way stronger. You go from dawn till dusk, kicking butt and taking names. That is how your food is supposed to treat you. It's supposed to fuel an amazing life. And cutting calories as your start point is not fueling an amazing life. In fact, it's probably going to create a lot of internal wars with yourself. You'll be internally conflicted. Your body's going to be screaming at you for nourishment. Your body ends up mutinying against you. You become discouraged. You fall off the wagon. You go right back to doing all the things that feel good in the short term. Now you've failed another diet. It is not a smart place to begin. So I've talked a lot about here, what is a good place to begin? All of the great nutrition coaches that I've observed over the years start by addressing your relationship with food and then getting you to move away, break up with the foods that are screwing things up for you. I bet without me even saying a word, you could name foods, drinks that you have in your regular rotation right now that you know it's screwing it up for you. You know when you eat these things, you feel bloated, you feel terrible, you feel guilty after the fact, your energy crashes, you don't feel amazing after eating these foods. You feel very good in the short term, you get that short-term high, but over the course of like days, now you've got all this negative consequence. Food is not supposed to treat you that way, and that should not be your relationship with food. This is not like a one-night stand that you regret later on. But if you can identify what is that 1, 2, 3 foods or drinks that are screwing it up for you and making it harder for you to make exponential progress, a great start point is get those things out of your house. Don't eat them. Don't drink them. Don't do things that sabotage yourself. Don't do things that screw it all up for you. Break up with those bad habits, those vices. That's a really good start point. You can think of it like this. Take the shackles off of yourself and you'd be amazed how fast you can run. You make more progress, more consistent progress, better progress. You feel better about yourself. And if you can fill your diet with healthy, delicious, well-prepared, on-plan foods that you enjoy, now you don't hate your diet. You're actually eating foods that taste good to you, but now they're nourishing, they're filling. It is very hard to overeat if you're eating healthy foods all day. It is very hard to overeat in those circumstances. One of the things that we hear so much, the nutrition coaches here at CFE, a thing that comes up an awful lot is people, the clients say, I'm eating all the right foods. I can't even eat enough of them to meet some calorie goal for the day. It's because healthy eating is wonderfully satiating. It's filling. All of a sudden, your body says, you know what? I'm good now. I've had enough. And all the people that have great success stories with eating healthy, breaking a lifestyle of bad habits, losing hundreds of pounds, not any of them say, healthy eating sucks and I hate it. They don't say that. What they say is, I actually really enjoy the foods that I eat. I just make a lot better choices and I manage the portion sizes of them. But they don't start by cutting a bunch of calories. That's not where you begin. Now, we've thrown a lot of information at you in this podcast, and hopefully it's helped you to see healthy eating in a different light. If so, awesome. We love being able to contribute to your health journey to help you look amazing, feel amazing, perform at your best. If you do want to learn more about us here at CrossFit Edwardsville, find us on the Google machine, Google CrossFit Edwardsville. Read our Google reviews, and heck, find us on all of the social platforms. Then when you're ready, go to CrossFitEdwardsville.com, book a no sweat conversation, phone call with one of our coaching team, and your coaches will help give you answers with what does your healthy eating journey look like, uniquely and specifically you. And we hope that you do. Look forward to talking to you. But for now, in the meantime, thanks for joining us. Thank you for the gift of your time and your attention. And we'll see you guys in the next episode.